Alright folks, welcome to another beer review, and today we're going over to Left-Handed Giant and we're having a look at Young Hearts Run Free something true. I don't know the lyrics. So this is a fresh hop hazy IPA, 6.5% ABV, brewed kind of in collaboration with Yakima hops. And by the way, oh, the barking, looking after my brother's friend's dogs for the week, so just thought, let them go outside, annoy the neighbours. But it is what it is. So, Yakima Chief's debut UK fresh hop whole, raw citricones, unkilned and flash frozen direct from the vine, remain physically and aromatically robust enough to preserve the delicate nuances only found in fresh hops. The result is a product that perfectly preserves the magic of fresh hop season. James Yeo providing the goods again with the artwork, and it's been an absolutely glorious day, being stuck in work all day, as most of us are. First world problems, oh, got a job, ooh. And the only thing that was getting me through the day, but also making me a bit sad, come here! Ignorant, absolutely ignorant. Was the idea of being sat in a beer garden. Not the warmest day, but I can happily sit in a beer garden with weather like this. And I think I've come up with a potential for a merch line, or a piece of merch. The weather says bevs. Let's try that again. The weather says bevs. So yeah, so I'll be going outside in a little bit. And absolute nutters, really are. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get this open and see what we get. Oh, nearly put the whole can in there. So I do enjoy Left-Handed Giant quite a fair bit. I'm really enjoying the dark beers that I'm having. The Brewpub Schwarzbier was gorgeous. The King of the Woodland was just fantastic. Got another can of that. One thing I would say is the sort of pale beers that I've had prior to this in recent memory, because I made an order not too long ago, to be fair, prior to me recording, and the beers that I bought when I bought this. Yeah, I went full twat and bought the beer related merch for a special release. A little bit annoyed that I didn't get myself a pin badge, or even just get a can of Woodland Creatures so I could do a side-by-side sort of thing. But anyway, I digress. What are you doing? Are you hungry? Just ignoring me. They're just absolutely ignoring me. I'm an alpha. You should listen. Anyway. So yeah, the last sort of like few double IPAs specifically that I've had were all fantastic quality. Not going to fault them. It just sort of tasted a little bit samey, really. So I've been more interested in going for their darker stuff. I know they do really good sour beers as well. They're just a really top-notch brewery at the end of the day. But I thought, you know what? Let's get some more pale stuff. It seems to be like just double IPAs that I've been picking up, which I want to sort of break that habit, really. Because I've had some really fantastic lower ABV pales these past couple of months. But I mean, this, yeah, it's just a pretty standard ABV for an IPA. But I thought it sounds interesting, and I like that sort of like fresh hop sort of thing. I've had some really good fresh hop beers. Primarily sort of like British brewed with British grown hops, and, you know, more like community projects akin to the stuff that Time and Tide do with, what's that hop farm called? I can't remember. Anyway, so I thought I'll give this a try because it sounds interesting. So beer in the glass then, and it's not a bright, like yellowy day glow sort of IPA. It's a little bit darker, but it's got a nice sort of like orangey yellow hue to it. Nice 1 finger's worth of a creamy looking white head. Let's see what we get on the nose. That smells just absolutely fantastic. It really, really does. And could I sound more like a camp old man than I did then? It's got that sort of like creamy, curdy sort of character to it. You know, you like put a bit of lemon juice in a nice thick cream, or, you know, like a lemon curd. Just tons of citra in this. What else have they got in this? I can't remember. Yeah, it just seems like it's just pure citra, and that speaks volumes. It really, really does. Forever one of my favourite hops. And on the aroma alone, very, very excited. So let's give it a taste. Cheers, folks. Interesting. It's definitely that like citra you know and love, but there is a little bit more of a herbally green sort of flavour to it. You do get the malt flavour coming through, which is very, very nice. Almost like a dense, well, not dense, I'd say like a lightly toasted slice of seeded sourdough. Pretentious twat, I know, but it is what it is. You've got to pull the flavour notes out of somewhere. Do you know what I mean? But I'd never lie. Well, not in a beer review. I do lie a lot to people, but all part of being a flawed human being, I guess. So I think I'll drink to that. Cheers again. Nice body to it. There's a really nice grapefruit, like, pronounced bitterness on the back end. It's also a little bit of a slight Nelson-like dry character. But it's damn tasty. It's not like big, bold, fruity sort of IPA. It's a bit more reined in. And yeah, there's a little bit more of a slight herbal, grassy-like character coming through, which actually works really, really well with that citra character. Now, I'm no expert. You know, all those hundreds of videos I've uploaded, it's quite clear to see that I'm no expert. So I don't know exactly, aside from having a little bit of a unique deviating taste compared to what I would usually attribute to a very citra forward IPA. I don't know what this varietal freshness would bring compared to, you know, something like pellets, or, you know, something that's, you know, not obviously stale hops. Do you know what I mean? Let's see. Canned on the 16th of December. So it's not like fresh. And with it being a bit more of a fresher hop, when this was first released, I'd imagine it might potentially have a little bit more vibrancy to it. But as it stands in its form now, still a damn fine IPA. And it's just a little bit intriguing. I sound like a really shit local TV host then. Yeah, there's just like an intriguing factor to it, which I really, really like. Lovely stuff. Highly recommended. It might still be about by the time I get around to uploading this. Those dogs are starting to do my head in now. They're not really. I fucking love dogs. Not in that way though. Anyway, beautiful stuff. Highly recommended it. If you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. And more importantly, I hope you join me next time for another beer review. Thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you later. Cheers. That was a good ending.